Alright, so I bought a lot of storage units today, and this is the very first one that we're going to tackle. It's a 5x10. 5x10. I bought this unit for a very specific reason. There's really not a lot in here, but this Bissell, once cleaned up, these sell used for about $100. Wheelchair, usually donate these to a spot. There's some totes back here. It looks like some wrapped art. So I'm going to, I paid $100 for this unit. And the main reason that I did that is the dolly is an item that I was going to have to buy. And that was going to be $60. So I just deducted that, and I figured that this was worth a $40 gamble. So that's where we're at. So let's see what's in here. So alright, so the Bissell is very dirty. Let's see. It's missing. That is not great. So it's missing the spot where the dirty water goes. So that could be better. Alright, no. Oh, nope, here it is. It's right here. So it's all complete. Like I said, there's a wheelchair in here. So it's a decent little pop-up portable wheelchair. Looks like Freedom brand. So if we decide to sell it, maybe. Alright. Looks like a few more components to that Bissell cleaner. This really needs cleaned up. It's disgusting. But it's all there, so it can be cleaned up. Oh, this has something wrapped in it. Okay. Looks like a 3-piece mirror set. Hanging mirrors. So, I don't know, maybe $10 on Facebook Marketplace. But it's surprisingly heavy. Alright, just a little throw blanket I can use for packaging or keeping things safe. Nothing special. Let's see. Alright, got all of their bills. So we always turn these back into the office. You just never know what's in there that someone's going to need. It has no value to me, so why not give it back to the people? Alright. A little fan. That's just an absolute garbage vacuum. This can go directly to the dump. It is disgusting. It is broken and held together with duct tape. Alright, here we go. Dolly. This was one of the big items. So it looks to be in good working shape. So we'll call that a success. Alright. Let's move this stuff out of the way here. That's a terrible noise. Our drawers. Alright, we got drawers completely full of things. So let's see what we can do. Alright, drawers of a cabinet. Let's see what we got here. Got a Samsung phone, chisel, Crown Royale bag with a bunch of SD cards. Or not SD cards, flash drives. That's the word. It's always interesting to see what's on those. Go ahead and put the Samsung phone in there as well. Let's see. Another phone, cracked screen as well. LG for that one. Tempur-Pedic bed control. I wonder if those actually have value for people that need replacements. It's hard to tell. An Amazon stick, garbage garbage. There's always stuff like tucked way back in, so got to make sure you dig all the way back in, because there's, I have no idea what that is. Just a motherboard of something. An old Nextar MP3 player. That looks like it's from around the age of a Zune, so that's interesting. Alright, cough drops, light bulb, nothing good. Alright, what do we got in here? Tomcat, the stuff to get rid of mice. Ooh, US passport. This is the kind of stuff we get back to people, because this stuff is expensive to replace. So yeah, we'll put that with their private stuff and get that back to them. I have no idea what this is. An alarm clock? Oh yeah, it's an alarm clock. I see it. Control or unlock for a car. Screwdriver. Can never have enough screwdrivers. Another screwdriver. And a Sharpie. So, oh dear. And a sex dice. That, well, at least they kept things interesting. So, alright. Put all of this back inside there. Set the electronics aside. And let's see what's in these boxes. Alright. Oh, wow. These are insulin syringes? I'm not sure how you properly dispose of these. They're definitely expired. This was filled in 2019. But we'll dispose of those. It looks like this is all filled in 2020. All medical equipment. I'm going to keep that box closed and not dig through it, just in case there's any spare needles floating in there. I'll dig through that when my fingers are more dexterous, because it's very cold. My fingers in these gloves are not great, so let's see what else we got. All right. Hopefully something a little bit better and less sad than someone losing their insulin supplies. All right. Okay. Looks like some electronics. That's just a throwaway gable. Throw that into the truck. Yeah, it looks like we've got some things that should have been returned. Spectrum, Eris router. What do we got here? HDMI. I think that's the AT&T symbol. So they took one from everybody, it looks like. Another Spectrum modem. A bunch of cables. Let's see. Another one of those. I can't remember if it's AT&T or T-Mobile or what. A dialysis machine, I believe. I don't know if these are blood pressure monitor. Okay, so I don't know if these have value. I know that health supplies are hard to sell on eBay, so that may be something local, but I am always a sucker for remote controls. Specialized remote controls, especially like branded for TVs. A lot of times you can get 10, 15 bucks out of a working order remote control. Looks like these still have batteries in them, so hopefully they haven't corroded too badly. No, they look fine. Get those out later. So, a couple surge protectors. Another one of those gables. a charger of some kind I'm not familiar with, but nothing really to write home about. So, not the end of the world, but nothing great. A lot of times this stuff, if you try to sell it on eBay, it gets shut down for being like specific to the company. Found that out with AT&T a little bit ago. They filed claims on all of my listings that I had up from all of their satellite boxes. All right, this feels like glass. Probably should have been more gentle with it. All right, so let's see. Oh no, got some cool cast iron pots, it looks like. Let's see what we got. I don't know a ton about cast iron, but I do know those look awesome. So I got a 10 quart. These have weight. I would say at least 2 pounds for that one. They definitely need cleaned up, but made in Taiwan. 2 quart saucepan and a 3 quart saucepan, big surprise. And then a couple cast iron lids, extra remote control, won't complain about that. The lids are actually in pretty good condition. They got nice wooden handles. I don't know, I don't know anything about pots, but those might actually be worth a little bit of money. And then a couple small cast irons that are in better shape. An 8-inch skillet, also cast iron. And the last thing is this griddle, which I am really stoked about. I actually need a nice griddle, so I may clean that up, keep that for myself. The nice low rim on it makes it nice and easy for like hash browns or Philly cheesesteaks or something like that. So that box was actually awesome. I'm super stoked about that. Okay, so I think this is just garbage that's going to be thrown away. Listerine, off family care, sanitizer. Yeah, that's just some garbage. Nothing really worthwhile for that one. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. A couple more electronics. Hot disconnect for one of those little boxes that we found. So I couldn't tell if it was T-Mobile or AT&T. I'm pretty sure it's AT&T. Extension cord, gonna go in the trash. It's wrapped in 1, 2, 3 separate electrical tape areas. Let's hope these are not family photos. Oh, that's pretty. 1999. Made in China. So, got that high-end art, it looks like. Let's see. Yep, gonna be the same thing. Actually, it's the exact same thing. Interesting. Nope. Trash is running away. Alright, we caught the trash. Let's show this to you. It's just a cheap vin de blanc. It's actually broken at the top, so I'm just gonna toss that in the garbage even. Just try not to break the glass is the goal on that one. And let's see, last picture. Family Grace with Frederick Douglass. I don't know, this looks like it has some wear to it. I don't think it's anything like worth a ton of money, but somebody might like it, so we'll just keep those. Again, take them to the flea market, throw $1 or $2 on them, and let somebody at them. All right, 2 laptop bags. So this one here is a Targus. It's cleanish. I could definitely clean it up and sell it if somebody's interested. Completely empty so far. Yep, empty all around. So fairly clean. I think, again, take it to flea market, throw a couple bucks on it. And let's see here. I think this is, crap, I think this is medical. Yep, is this a CPAP machine? Elite EPR, yep, CPAP machine. I don't know anything about these. I don't know if they have any resale value. I know you're definitely gonna have to disinfect it, but I'll take a look and see what we can do with that. I don't really have any idea. Couldn't tell. I thought this might have been the floor of a bowling alley, but it's just a cheap panel from Home Depot, but it's still relatively flat, so I'll find a use for it. Okay, almost through here. Got an older Sanyo flat screen. What is this, a 27-inch, 26-inch random? I don't know. Somebody wants it, they can have at it. And let's see if we can set this out of the way here. And let's see what's in the last tote. All right. It's got some weight to it. That's good at least. Oh my God. She was a sewer, it looks like. Or a crafter of all forms. I don't know the best way without digging everything out, but it's just full of patterns and all kinds of materials. Hot glue gun, that's fun. Ribbon down in here. Let's see. Yep, it's just fabric all the way down. So we are going to keep that all together, and I'll probably just sell it all together. I don't really want to deal with a lot of that, but that's what it is. So that probably was not a win. I don't know. Maybe get $10 out of the TV. I was going to spend 60 plus tax, so 70 bucks on the dolly, so that's good. So it really comes down to, is there any money in, am I able to sell the electronic equipment? Or I guess the insulin needles. If we can give somebody a discounted rate on insulin needles, that sounds like a win to me. So I guess if that's a wrap for this one, I'm going to load it up, and I've got another storage unit just over there, so follow along, and we'll tackle that one next.